fifth graders. I'm going to apologize right now for my gravelly voice. I have a little bit of a cold, but just bear with me. We are going to work on the candy sales graph and more home connection. Name and number up at the top, please. And here we go. The organizers of a concession stand were thinking about making changes to the types of candy they sold. They made a bar graph to show the profits earned at the first 2 games of the season for each type of candy. Use the graph to answer the questions below. Show all of your work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this graph so I can understand what I'm looking at. It's titled Money for Concessions. I'm going to look at the sides to see how it's labeled. Okay, so I have $1, $2, and it goes up. In between there are bars. So if this is $1, it looks like this one, it might each be worth a quarter. So this might be $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, and $2. So each little line looks like it's 25 cents more. Down at the bottom, it shows my different types of candy. Got it. And then my key or my legend shows the light gray is game 1, the dark gray is game 2. Okay, now I understand that graph. So number 1 says, look at the information for bubble gum. Bubble gum is the very first 2 bars on the bar graph. What was the profit for bubble gum during game 1? Okay, so game 1 is the light gray. Game 1 is going all the way up to here. We marked it off as $1.75. What was the profit for bubble gum during game 2? Game 2 is the dark gray. It's going all the way up here, and remember we mentioned that every dash is 25 more cents. So I'm 2 dashes above $3. I'm exactly halfway between $3 and $4. $3.50. Letter C says, how much more profit was made on bubble gum during game 1 or game 2 than game 1? When I have to figure out how much more, I'd like to subtract. So I start with the bigger number minus the smaller number. And as I think about this problem, I might want to think of a number line. I have $1.75 and I'm trying to get to $3.50. What's the difference in between? I can make a jump of 25 cents to get to $2. Then I can make a jump of $1 to get to $3, and then make a jump of 50 more cents to get to $3.50. So how much altogether were my jumps? Go ahead and add these up. Yes, it's $1.75 more. All right, number 2. How much more profit was made on hard candy during game 2 than game 1? So now they're asking us already to compare the two. So game 1, they made, first dash above 4 is $4.25. That was game 1. Game 2, they made $8. How much more profit was made? So I need to subtract $8 minus $4.25. I'm going to imagine my number line. Here's $4.25. Here's $8. What's the difference in between? Make a jump of 75 cents first, because that gets me to $5. Then I can make a jump of $3. $3 plus 75 cents is $3.75 profit. That's how much more they made. Okay. Number 3 is the same thing, except we're going to compare the sour strings. So game 1 on the sour strings, they made how much money? It's 1 bar below $3, which is $2.75. Game 2, they made 1 bar above $8, which is $8.25. So now we need to take $8.25 minus $2.75 to see the difference in between. Number line. Excuse me. We start with $2.75, trying to get to $8.25. I think on this one, I'm going to do a jump of 50 cents first. And what would that get me to? That would get me to $3.25. Why would I make a jump of 50 cents? Why did I do that? Yes, because now I can make one straight jump of $5 to get to $8.25. I was already at $3.25 and now I'm going to jump $5. So if I add these two together, my answer is $5.50. Now number 4 says, how much greater was the profit from sales of all 3 candies during game 2 than during game 1? So what we're going to do is we're going to add up the profit of game 1 sales and add up the profit of game 2 sales. And then we're going to see how much more it was. So I'm going to start with my game 1 sales. Over here is going to be my game 2 sales. And I'm just going to record the amounts that they made. Oh, actually, no, I could do this a different way. I can look at the profit during game 1 was $1.75 more. Let's use that information. The profit in game 1 was $1.75 more. For bubble gum, I shouldn't say game 1, for bubble gum, it was $1. Hard candy, the profit was $3.75 more. And for sour strings, the profit was $5.50 more. So I don't even need to list how much we made on each one. We already figured the profits of game 2, how much more. So now all together, we need to add these 3 up. So we have $1.75 plus $3.75 plus $5.50. Go ahead and add these 3 up, circle your answer, and flip it over to the back when you're done. Pause the video until you finish that problem. All right, let's go on to number 5. It says evaluate, which means solve the following. We have 12 times 5 in parentheses times 2. Now I know that when I'm multiplying every single number, I can move around these parentheses and still get the same answer. I'm going to solve this a different way. I'm going to rewrite this problem and put parentheses around 5 times 2. I'd rather solve that first. So my new problem would be 12 times 10. Much easier for me to solve, and I get 120.
Attention, reminder.
Let's take a look at the next one. 10 times 24 divided by 4. I can't move around parentheses because I'm not multiplying every number. So I'm going to start with my parentheses. What is 24 divided by 4? In your head, think 4 times what equals 24? 6. So my new problem is 10 times 6, which is 60. And the last one, let's solve parentheses first. 150 divided by 10. In your head, think 10 times what equals 150? 10 times 15, good. Plus 5 times 5 is 25. So you need to add 15 plus 25. I always think of 15 as a 10 and a 5. 25 plus 5 is 30. Plus 10 more is 40. All right. Number 6, Trina said $1.05 plus $2.25 equals $3.75 because $1.02 plus $2.25 equals $3.75. Do you agree with her statement and explain? So I want you to look, 5th graders. Did she solve this problem correctly? Write down your answer down below. And then moving on to number 7, you just have to solve. So you're adding these numbers together to come up with an answer. Please turn your paper into the math basket when you get to school. And please, if you have any questions, just let me know, kids, and I can explain it to you tomorrow. Thanks.